and welcome to my channel. My name's Linda from lindaspapercraft.co.uk and it's June 2024 and we're doing coffee and card. So we're on week 1 of Hooray for surprises, and on this series I am only using the stamps. I'm not using the dies this time. And here we are with card 1. So now the first time I made it, I clearly forgot I was doing coffee and card and I went bonkers with the colours, and then remembered that you may not have Daffodil Delight Real Red and Azure Afternoon, so I thought I need to make a more neutral background, so I stuck with the same ink colours, but I used Smoky Slate and Night of Navy, which are from our neutrals range. So basically you can use any combination of colours you wish, so any 3 colours that you like. The only thing I would say is we are putting a flame on the candle inside, so if you are going to do that, you might want a yellowy orange one to do that with, but the rest of them is really up to you. Okay, and you will have to excuse some of my massive blocks. As you probably know, I do in-person classes and I have one packed for Friday afternoon, which features the Country House the Country Flowers and the Country Birdhouse stamp sets, and there is a gazillion little stamps. All my little tiny blocks are packed away at the moment, so I'm having to put little stamps on bigger blocks, which I'd prefer not to do, but there you go. Such is life. So I do my in-person classes in sale. If you're interested at all, just give me a message and I shall send you details. Right, let's go. So to prove that you can do this in any colour you want, I'm going to be working with Gorgeous Grape, Shy Shamrock and Calypso Coral. Now, if you want any hints and tips on colours, in the new catalogue, which has been out since May, near the back they have actually printed a colour wheel. And what I've done, you can, use colours opposite each other or alongside each other, or there's lots of different ways. And then, so monochromatic, complementary, analogous and triadic. So I thought I'd see what I get with a triad. So, and I started with, again, as I said, I wanted an orangey colour for my flame. So Calypso Coral. So then you get your triad is Gorgeous Grape and Shy Shamrock. Now, I didn't do that by guesswork. I used this, which is basically produced by some friends of mine from Mitosu Crafts, which is named after their cat. And they've actually made this printable that you can buy for £4. So it's www.mitosucrafts.com, and I just lined it up with Calypso Coral and it came up with Gorgeous Grape, and between Shaded Spruce and Shy Shamrock, so I went for the Shy Shamrock, but it's brilliant for sorting out all sorts of colour combinations. Don't know how I managed before I got it, so it's well worth a look. Have a look at Mitosu Crafts. It's named after their 3 cats apparently. Excuse me, tickle. Right, so let's get to stamping. So in your pack you will have your envelope. Keep promising myself a new bag and I haven't done it yet. So you've got your envelope. So you've got a piece of Night of Navy, which is 8.5 centimetres by 12.5 centimetres. Disclaimer, this card, the first time I saw this design was from Julie Sutcliffe, who's a fellow demonstrator. She's also my upline, so she's my stamping mummy, and it is one of her go-to layouts, this triptych. So, and she was the first one to come that I know of that came up with the measurements. So as I say, 8.5 by 12.5, and this one is 7.5 by 12, and that will give you the 4 equal gaps that you need. And then I've got that's 13.9 by 9.5, and I've just got a normal A6 blank in the Smoky Slate. So we're going to start with the smallest piece because that's where you're going to do your stamping. Oh, a little bit of ribbon, and somewhere in my pack I've also got some diamantes, some rhinestones. So on that one I use the sparkle gems, on that one, and in your kits you've got the diamantes. Let's see. Yeah, there they are. Right, so be careful when you're... Oh, and you've got a label for the sentiment as well. There you go. That's from the Nested Essentials, which I've cut for you. I'm going to have a slurp of my coffee because I'm very tickly. Excuse me. Right. Now, if you don't have a big wad of paper under where you're stamping, I do suggest you use a Stampin' PS mat, one of these, or a magazine or something under your surface, because it's a big stamp, particularly this one. So, and to get a really good image, it's a good idea to be stamping onto something. Mouse mats work very well as well. Right, so I'm going to sort of stick... I have no idea what I'm going to do with this colour scheme, actually. I just decided this is what I was going to do, and now we're doing it. Right, so I'm starting with my biggest stamp, which is what I would generally do when I'm doing this sort of card, and making sure that I'm giving it time to go across onto the paper, and I am just randomly stamping some flowers. Okay, and you want some of them, because this is quite a small piece of paper and you're going to be doing a lot of cutting, I have everything hanging off the edges. So I'm just going to wipe that down. My cloth needs another wet. Put that back, and then I am going to come in with the cake, which I haven't got out of the box. So, I love the sentiments in this set, which is why both the font and what they say, I think it's just really useful. So just pop that off its block for now and put that on. So I'm now going to come in, so are we going to go a green cake or we're going to do gorgeous grape cake? Not sure. Should we go Shy Shamrock? This is one of the new in colours. Other than testing it works, I haven't actually done much any stamping with this yet, so let's get going. Right, so let's just try it out. Oh, that is cute. It's a lovely colour. Odd colour for a cake, I agree, but there you go. We are stamping. This is not reality. This is fun. Okay, so I'm just going to come in again at random. Whoops, some of them, quite a few of them going off the page. So because that one's going this way, I'm going to put this one that way, if that makes sense. That one this way, this one that way. There we go. Okay, so there's my cakes, and I'm going to keep that on the block because I do need it. And then I'm just going to fill in the gaps where I want with our little flower and gorgeous grape. And because I've used the neutrals with the Smoky Slate and the Night of Navy, you can just literally pick any colours, any 3 colours you like together, and just get a stamp in. Nice little row of flowers there. Not very random, is it? I'm not good at random. And the rule with this is if you don't know where the next one goes, you've finished. And it doesn't matter if they overlap a little bit. So if I was doing a bigger piece, I'd rotate the stamps more than I have done, although I've done quite well with the cakes. Okay. Do we know whether... I think I might just squeeze one in there. It's just suddenly got very windy, so my door's rattling. I hope it's not disturbing your enjoyment. Okay, sneaking a little one in there. It's either the wind or the cat's trying to get in. Right. Okay. So that's that bit of stamping done. So I'm just going to put this away, and I'm going to bring out the sentiment and the inside of the card. So on the front I have got "Hope your birthday is wonderful." So, and I think I'm going to go purple with this one. Let's do the gorgeous grape. There we go. And I'm just going to pull this right down so I can actually centre the stamp. They're lovely because these are photopolymer. They're quite easy to centre. And if I bring it on there, I'm not bashing my head against my light. Okay. So we've finished with the star. I've got a little block here that I'm keeping my little stamps on. It's a really good idea so you don't lose. I've not lost millions of stamps, but I have lost some over the years, and it's really annoying. Usually in classes, although I did recently lose one on my desk and I still haven't found it. So, right. Okay, so as I said, we're going with an orange candle, and I'm starting with the flame. So I'm just going to stamp that in the middle-ish. Grid paper's so good for this, and it's in the catalogue, or just look it up online, and it's so useful as a stamping surface and for getting everything lined up. So there is my candle flame, and then I'm going to continue the same theme on the front. So my cake's going to be green, so I'm going to do my candle in gorgeous grapes. I'm really looking forward to the colour combinations you come up with. I think it's fabulous the way the Stampin' Up colours go together. Right, so candle. Sorry it's so low down, so I don't bang my head. And then we've got the cake. Oh, nearly did a purple cake there. We want a green one. There we go. Again, just lining that up. There we go. It's a really simple card. The most complicated bit is in the middle when I start cutting it up. And it's just keeping them in order. And then Make-A-Wish again, to match the front, I'm doing this in gorgeous. Oh my goodness, the heavens have just opened. I was about to put my washing out before. I'm really glad I didn't. But it is for June. It's very wet. So, and then just pop that Make-A-Wish. How gorgeous is that? You can put that on the front of a card, never mind the inside. That's all my stamping done. Let's pop these out of the way. Right. So let's get these. So I'm just going to glue this into the inside now. Then it's done. There we go. And then turn our attention to the front. So we'll put our sentiment, we'll put our gems on our sentiment while we're thinking before they disappear. There it is. I knew I'd got this out. So you've got 3, so you've got a big one that I just put sort of in this corner here. There we go. Better to put the gems on before you've got your dimensionals on, because it has flipped and the glue is stuck to the putty. Right, there we go. Come on. Yep. And then this one as well. Just putting it slightly down. There we go. So there's our gems in place. So we're going to cut this now into 2.5 centimetre strips. It's 7.5 centimetres, so it'll make 3 equal 2.5 centimetre strips. So we're cutting this way, and we're going to go. Now you don't have to do 2.5 centimetre strips if you don't want to. You could do irregular strips. As long as you've got 3, the borders will be correct. And you'll just have a 1/4 centimetre border all the way around. Right, so put it back together again so you know what you're doing. All right, so I'll stick this one on first. And I tend to stick the 2 outside ones on and then do the middle one, so then you can do your middle gaps evenly. So there we go. So the wet glue gives you a little bit of wiggle room. I'm just trying to make all 3 borders about the same. And then let's lift that up and we'll do this one. Yep. Oh gosh, it's gushing a bit. Oh, I've got glue on my waggles. We don't want that. A waggle is what a good one looks like. Getting it everywhere. Just let me wipe my hands. Tissue, tissue, tissue. There we go. It's a new bottle, so it's rushing to escape. There we go. And then this is the final one. It's not rushing quite so much in it. Panic there. I thought I'd put them in the wrong order, but I hadn't. I just had the last one upside down. There's no mistakes in crafting, just happy accidents. Right, now I'm going to get some tear and tape. And I know, because this is 12.5 centimetres, I want my tape about 1/3, it's about 4.5 centimetres up. So you find the end of your tape, and this is to stick the ribbon on. Just putting that there. And on the other side, and somewhere I have a pokey tool. Ribbon has escaped. Right, so I want that to be at about 4.5 centimetres from the bottom. So put that at 20 and that's at 4.5. Let's pull it through a bit. So it's just between the 4.5. There we go. And then eyeballing it, that looks the same place, but I will double check it. You can actually pull ribbon off. Yes, it is. So that's nice and straight across there. So I'm now going to pop my glue on the back. And stick that on the front of the card. Like this. There we go. Now don't press it down till you're happy with where it is, because tear and tape isn't as forgiving as wet glue. So once you've pressed it down, it's not going anywhere. And then I'm just going to put 4 dimensionals on, one on each corner. And that's that card finished. That's card one of June. I was going to say sunny June, but it ain't. Hopefully soon. Right, okay. So if you want any more details, just pop a comment below or send me a message at linda@lindaspapercraft.co.uk is my email. Thank you for watching. And I look forward to seeing you next week for card 2. So there we go. Nice, simple, quick card. And as I say, once you have this design in your armoury, you can make some gorgeous cards. You can do it with designer series paper or like we've done today, make your own designer series paper. It's up to you. Take care. See you soon. Bye.